Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is Financially Basic, where we explore the way that we can get better financially until we can become financially free and that we have good, healthy wealth. It's necessary in order for taking care of the people that we love in our families and taking care of ourselves. So, I hope you guys are doing good. This video is about steps to change your financial situation. And I did 5 steps because it's very short. You need to just sit down in your situation. So let's get started. Step number one, usually when you are in a hole, and you don't want to be in a hole, you need to stop digging. So, step number one to change your financial situation, stop digging. Stop digging yourself in. What does that mean? If you are in a difficult situation financially, and you know if you are because you are not able to fulfill all of the necessities or necessary things that you either want to or need to do in order to be financially stable. So I'm just going to let that marinate and you yourself decide. I have been in that situation in which I am not, um, I am not struggling, but I am uncomfortable. You know what I mean? As a single mom, I have to say, in a state where I did not have family, well, my extended family, but after a divorce, things are not the same. So you by yourself sometimes could be in a situation that, yeah, it puts you in an uncomfortable place where you are digging yourself in a hole. So stop digging. Whatever you're doing, it's not working. And it is very important to come to terms with that. Step number one, it might not seem important, but there's a lot of people that I talk to that I can see myself on them. It's like, no, I'm doing good, because this and that's going to happen, or I'm going to break into this industry, I'm going to develop this, develop that, or I'm going to get married, or I'm going to. If you are in a difficult situation right now and you're not doing something actively to get out of this hole, you are digging yourself on it. You are doing stuff that is not helping you. So the first step is to actually stop digging yourself. Just get a complete picture of what is it that you're doing. Sit down, journal it. Sit down, write down your budget. Sit down, get your life in a piece of paper and a picture. This is you. This is your financial health. How close are you to being where you want to be? How close? And that way it will tell you. Number two, don't have too much months after your money. So what does that mean? Most of the time people joke about, oh, I just have too much month after my money. Yes, sometimes that check only stretch until the 15th. You get that check on the 1st, but on the 15th, it is gone. So you don't want to have too much month after your money. Um, you have to blame whoever you're going to blame. So let me explain this to you. Every time we continue doing the same thing and getting the same result, we are experiencing craziness. Because if you don't like the outcome, but you continue doing the same thing you do every time, and you're going to continue getting the same outcome. And I know it seems like, gosh, why would you say that? But it is true. You know, sometimes you are in a bad place, in a situation where you had a bad deal. Sometimes you have a partner that swindle you. And I mean a partner in many senses. I mean, it sentimental partner or a financial partner in a business or your own partner, it just swindles you or it just drops you and you have nothing because you weren't prepared or they did you wrong. Yeah, but you have to get over it. You cannot wallow in it for long because then what's going to happen is that you're going to be miserable longer. That's the only thing. If you get sad, get drunk, get over it, cry, get depressed, then get over it, which I have done, and you get over. You keep your job or you get a job and you get on back with your life, and you said I'm gonna pass this. Think about yourself, even if you don't have kids. Think about all of the things that are pending on your life and that you have to pick up and get on with it. So, you do want to not have too much money after your month by getting things out of your life that you don't need to. And on those things, we're going to touch on the next step. Number 3, change. Make decisions. You want to sit down. You don't have to budget. I know a lot of people don't like budgeting, but sit down and write down what you spend, and then in another place right next to that, write down what you really need. If you are in a bad situation financially, you don't need the latest iPhone. You don't even need the last year's iPhone. You don't, because I have used iPhone and they're pretty good. And I still have my iPhone 4. I'm not using it. I'm not using it every day because, they updated it for a reason so that you can continue playing. And I love my Apple. I love my Apple. I love my Samsungs, but I love my Apple too. But what I mean to say is, you want to buy something that's good, you want to buy something that you really like or that you feel is top of the line, get it, yes. But then you need to use it until it can no longer work. What that means is you want to buy something that's good brand, that is perfect, that is like the top of the line. Is that what you have? Then that's what you need to use all the time. You cannot be thinking in 6 months I'm going to upgrade because now it's iPhone 11 and then 12 and then 13 and then 14. No, 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 no. That's what you need to have. And if you can downsize, then go ahead and downsize. So change decisions. Get your monthly bills straight. What that means is if you have a really expensive plan, you need to lower that plan. Unless you are using your phone for hustling, unless you are using your phone and you need to have a really, really specific data plan, then you don't need it. For example, when I was saving money, I was working, but at the same time, I was doing Amazon, I believe. Yeah. Whenever I would go into the hills or into the mountains and I would be using my phone, I'm using my data plan to follow the map that they supposedly give me. I got lost so many times. So I did upgrade it. Because sometimes when you are almost in the woods, you really need a specific data plan in order to figure out where are you supposed to be going with this package that you're supposed to drop off in a little house in the middle of the woods. Believe me, sometimes it was scary, but in California we have a lot of places that are beautiful like that, and it's not nothing bad or scary. I was just kidding. It's just you pass through places in which if you don't have a really good reception, then you're in trouble. So unless you need that, unless you're going to double your money by doing a hustle, you don't need an expensive data plan. Another thing is your house bills. Do you need the highest, more expensive internet speeds that you need? No, you don't. Now, again, there's a caveat. Are you using it for making money? Are you doing any kind of hustle? Are you downloading videos on YouTube? Are you doing things that you need to have it? Yeah, then maybe you can revisit it, and maybe the next program down is enough for you. Do you need to pay what you pay every month? Do you need to pay to survive? Meaning, um, do you need okay? Do you need to live where you are? I'm not telling you to move and save $50. No. But if you are in a difficult situation, and I mean in a hole where you feel down and out and you feel like, man, what am I doing? Then you know what? You need to think the situation. Should you move with someone? Should you rent a room? Should you talk to your landlord and see if they can lower the rent? Should you talk to a friend and say, hey, can I pay you to stay in your spare room or in your couch, or I'm really in a tough situation. I mean, you really want to take steps before you're not able to take steps. You don't want to be in a situation where you don't have anything. And sometimes it's a difficult place to be because you are in a bad situation already and you're already feeling pretty bad with yourself because if you're not feeling well, you know, mentally or strong mentally, then it's a difficult situation. But you don't want to stop. You need to change. The situations are going to get better. I know when you're in that hole, you feel, I'm never going to make enough. I'm never going to get a good job. I'm never going to make money. I'm never going to be able to get out of here. I'm never going to have enough money saved for this or that. But believe me, you will. You will. It doesn't matter how much you make. It just matters what you do with the money that you make. So, number 3, change. Make decisions. Put your financial life in front of you. Face it. Face it. Okay? You don't have to admit it to anybody, but you need to admit it to yourself. A, you're not where you want it to be. So, let's start making changes. Number 4 on the steps to change your financial situation. And please, I just wanted to say before I say number 4, go ahead and drop down in the menu your age. Maybe not your age, but a time that you went through something. Um, a time that you just drop a 1. If you ever went through any of this situation, if you ever felt that you were stuck financially, if you ever felt that you were not going to be able to get out of a hole, or if you know someone that did it, um, go ahead and drop a 1. I just wanna know if you guys went through it, because it's difficult. It's very difficult to go over it or to get advice from someone if you've never been through it. So please drop a 1 on the bottom just so that I know, or you can drop your comments as well. I'm going to go ahead and put a PDF form that is going to outline several hustles that you can do and actually be able to get out from under, just get your nose above the water, because sometimes that's all we're doing, and you don't want to just be treading water, you want to just get above it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm looking at my window. I never, again, every time I'm doing a video, there's something going on. There's an airplane, well, not an airplane, that's a helicopter. They're probably looking for me. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, number 4, hustles. Hustles. You know, when you get up early in the morning, or you work at night, or you work whatever the time, I mean, when you get home, and this is single, this is not even, you think of, I just want to get myself down comfortable in my couch, turn on that TV, and, forget my life, forget my problems, forget my boss, forget, excuse me, Forget the traffic. Forget my ex. Forget my husband, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my mom. I mean, it's like, ah, we get into a trance with either our computer, our phone, we go out for a drink and or hang out with our friends or go to a comedy club. You know what? Well, not right now. We ain't going nowhere, but you know what I mean. When we had freedom, so you do want to stop that. If you are in a situation where you know that if you don't do something in 6 months, you might be homeless, and believe me, I am not exaggerating when I say you might be homeless. There are a lot of people I know that have gone through it because they didn't have family on these states. And they didn't or they didn't have people that had enough space to have to say, hey, you can stay here or you can park in my garage. No, I don't have a place for you to park. I don't even have a place for you to stay. My house is small or my apartment doesn't permit it, or whatever the reason. There are people that know they can see themselves in 6 months. They know that there's a possibility of a job loss, or you're not you make your list of your monthly bills and the things that you need, but you are not able, you are just not able to cut it. You still need the light, you still need the heater, you still need the rent, you still need the food. I mean, sometimes, really, to tell you the truth, I understand there's not enough. It's just not enough. So what do you need to do? If you know that what you're making is not enough and you are getting yourself into a hole where very soon you're going to get in trouble, you got to get a hustle. You got to get a job. You have to do anything. Right now, there are 16-year-olds making money. I feel a little cheated because I'm almost 50 and it's like, wait a minute. When I was 16, I didn't have a chance. Not I didn't have a chance. That was a long time ago. I better not say. But besides, I was in a different country. I am not. I'm a citizen, but I am not. I wasn't born here, so I know that perhaps I couldn't make money, but my family were not gonna let me. Right now it's so easy. You can do it on your phone. You can sell clothes on Depop. I mean, 16 years old and 15-year-olds are using their mom permission, of course, in accounts. They're making money. They're doing to PayPal. They're going to eBay. They're selling on Amazon. They're designing things. They're bringing things from China. Well, okay. So, what hustle can you do? Do you have an expensive car that now you can deal with? Start thinking about, start thinking about, it was a big car. Think about driving for Amazon. Think about Lyft. If you don't feel comfortable, maybe you're a woman or maybe you don't have time or maybe you work, then think about Turo. Turo, Turo, is an app and it's a company that's been for the longest time. There are now a lot of competitors. You rent out your car. It's a little, you have to make sure that you get immersed and you get the information and that you become a pro at doing it. And you're going to make mistakes. So just make sure that maybe you can rely on someone else, or maybe you can, you have any other way that you can get here and there. So for example, if you have a roommate and you can tell to that roommate or your boyfriend or your husband, hey, we're going to use your car and I'm going to rent out my car for a day, for 2 days, and I'm going to make $100. $100 is nothing, but $100 a week, you're packing in $400, and maybe you have to pay some fixing and cleanings and blah 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 and fees. You're still going to be able to make 300, 350 that you did not have, and that you made that month. That's the car payment. You see what I mean? Or that's 2 car payments, or whatever. You can ask for help, ask for help. If you have someone else that could say, hey, I will, I will I will give you $20 if you take me and pick me up. Like take me where I'm gonna drop off my car. I'm gonna take 20,000 pictures, of course, because you have to document it really good. Again, you wanna cover yourself. So you want to get all of this information. How exactly is affected? How do I do it? Yes, your car is going to be used. There's going to be some mileage. So do you rather not have a car than have a car with a little more mileage, but you're making money? At the same time, when you go to work, if you have a job, then what are you doing when your car is stuck in there in the parking lot? You're doing nothing. So if you can have it in a place that you have a specific opening, right now we have the technology. They can go ahead and do that. So look into those hustles. There are many things, I've been selling on eBay for the longest time. I know I should get better. I'm not really that good. But the greatest feeling when you are, and I don't sell a lot, but the greatest feeling that your phone pings. Sometimes I was at work. Sometimes I was in the clinic and I was like, ping. And I will look up, oh, well, you just sold something, $20. You know, it's nothing apparently, but someone else is getting something that they don't have to pay full price for. You're getting money from something that you bought. I got into it with my daughter. I would buy things that I would love for her, or people would give me things and she didn't like it. And this is since she was tiny. Sometimes when they're small, they use it once or twice, and that's it. And then they start getting older and you have got to bribe them because I don't like that color, mommy. I don't like that dress. I don't like those shoes. I don't like this. So you know what? You grab it and you sell it because I was moving. My closet was full of stuff. Well, her closet, because I didn't have a closet. Her closet was full of stuff that were new. I had stuff with tags that she didn't want to wear. And so, you know what? I started selling it. I started selling stuff. Selling stuff, that is something that you need to get into. It'll give you good practice for your own business. So, get into a hustle, develop a business. Don't wait until you are not ready. Now, number one, stop digging, stop whatever you're doing, and revamp it. Get it better. Number two, don't have too much month after your money. Get it over, put it in front of you, write down, get ready, see, wallow in it. Yes, somebody did you wrong or they fire you or whatever the situation. I got sick and they didn't care. Or, yes, there's a lot of things that happen to us that are not very good and that we weren't prepared. But now your job is preparing for the next one. Number three, changing. Whatever was before, whatever this previous steps, now you're gonna change it. Now you're gonna lower those bills. You're gonna be on the phone for half a day. You're gonna call. You're gonna talk again. You're gonna get cut off. You're gonna hang up. People are gonna say no to you. They're gonna go to the bank and they're gonna say no. You're gonna call to Comcast, to whatever companies you have, BG&E, this and that, and you're gonna call again, and you're gonna call again, and you're gonna call again. That's it. You're gonna make changes. Number four, you're gonna get a hustle. It doesn't even have to be you being present. So you don't want to think that you're going to make a hustle and completely cover all of your money, which is possible. But you're going to just get started slowly and start making changes and start making more money extra to the money that you have. Number five, no guilt. So I put number five as a no guilt step to changing your financial situation. For we already talked on number three, changes. We went through the whole, Yes, somebody did me wrong. I got into this hole because, yes. Now, number five, no guilt. You, uh, you don't want to feel sad and sorry all the time. You don't want to just try something two times and then, oh, it didn't work. No, no guilt means you're gonna go for it. You're gonna do it. You are not, don't feel, how can I explain this? Don't feel down and out. Don't feel, you know what? I tried what she said. I called PG&E and they told me I haven't made payments on time, and so they made me feel so bad, and I just felt so, no, no, no guilt. Even if you have to go to a food bank, no guilt. The service is there for you to get it. So don't even feel bad. Like if you have a kid and you need to feed that kid and you need to go get extra lunch from the school, or you need to go and make sure that, no guilt, no guilt. If they have not gone through it, they need to honor the fact that you're trying to get better, so you don't want to feel guilty. Now, another helicopter. This is crazy. I think I'm gonna have to close my window. So one of the things that I'm going to advise you to do, yes, sometimes you do have to spend money in order to make some. This is not going to be one of those times. So if you don't have enough money and you are struggling with a job you already have, and you know that in the future you need to make more money, you're barely starting a hustle, you are paying like $3 5 a month to sell. Now you don't want to have a store in eBay or Amazon, you want to just start very slowly. There are many things you can do. You can take classes online for free. If not for free, you can take them for very, very inexpensive. There are many places, and I'm going to put some of them down below, where sometimes they have sales for classes, $9.99, and you can learn tons of things depending what is it that you want to learn. So, for example, um, if you don't have enough money, there were resources that I utilize. Maybe they're not available right now because of everything that's happening. Um, but if you don't have money, or you have a budget that you don't want to get out of, you can definitely, um, oh, too heavy. You can definitely go to classes in your local library. One of the things that people don't take advantage enough, I think, it's to all the facilities that they can get access to. For example, when they are open and available and you are registered, or your kids, you want to register into a library, your town library. If not, you want to go to your town, the job they have, whatever place that it has a good library you want to go into, because you can actually take out classes. You can get, if you don't have enough money to pay $19 or something like that every month for audibles that you can listen to at lunch, at work, or that you can listen in your way to work, you want to make sure that you then get it, just get it on DVDs or on CDs. Yeah, a lot of libraries have it. You want to do that. If you don't want to do it that way, you can download it to your computer. You can download it to your expensive phone. You can have a library app where you can see movies that you can see at home whenever you want something, so you don't have to go out and rent it or pay money for it, or pay an HBO, Comcast prescription, subscription, or Netflix or whatever. You can get it through your library for free. You understand what I mean? There are things that you can do. I remember when I was a young mom, my daughter would be, I want this princess movie and this other movie and this other movie and this other movie and this animal movie, and I will have a stack. stack. She will watch it nonstop on cue for a week, and then that's it. It was there, mine for life. I still have some. So what did I do instead? I discovered the library, and it's like, never mind. We're just gonna get this. You can get it for 7 days. You can do it at home as well. You don't have to go to actively go. You can download it to your. They give you access online. At the same time, you can take a lot of classes. You can take all kinds of classes. So that's one of the things. You want to get a second job. If you cannot get a hustle, because some people don't like to work, some people don't like to do a service, which I have to tell you, there's nothing like a service. I mean, when I was doing Lyft, I mean, I was so surprised. People were so wonderful because they were standing in the middle of the walkway in a good city, just having fun, and they just finished, or they wanted to go someplace and have dinner, and they were grateful because for them they were making enough. They didn't care how much they were paying. And so sometimes you got a really good tip. Not only did you get paid for doing the service, but you got a tip, and you didn't have to do anything extra. Well, maybe you had to open the trunk so that they can put their suitcases if they were going to the airport, but that was it. So, this is transferring and becoming a service driven economic place. So, you want to get into it, get free things. When you go to a library, another thing I wanted to mention, you can take out a laptop. You can take out an iPad. And I know a lot of people are not using that, but if you happen to lose yours, or you just don't have enough money to buy a computer for your little one and for yourself, because now our little ones are actually doing that, you can go ahead and do that. If you are a teenager, and I unfortunately know teenagers that are already taking care of a household. Um, if you're still in high school, you can start the last 4 years of school in a high school. You can apply to get community college classes. That's the way of the future. Why? Because you do not want to get this pile of fees when you go to college for 4 years, and you have to pay so much money afterwards, pay it back. If you have a chance and you're a teenager and your family is taking care of you, you're still at home, you're making money, maybe selling clothes here and there, take advantage of taking free classes. The states that you live in, they're letting every high schooler, depending on what you want to study, you can get free classes. Even if you don't get a full, 12 units, you can start taking classes. And by the time that you graduate from high school, you actually have a bunch of your prerequisites done. I really love this because I had about 2.5, almost 3 years of college, and I had to stop it when my dad had an accident, and I had to get a job, and things just didn't happen very good. But if I would have started, if I would have been able to start going to college after high school, taking one or two classes here and there, I would have been set, because then I would not need it 4 full years. I would have probably finished in 2 years after I finished my high school. So these are just 5 steps that you can take to turn around your financial situation. Number 1, stop digging. Number 2, don't have too much month after your money. Number 3, don't stop changing. Make decisions and change. Number 4, hustle. Hustle, 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 hustle. Find a hustle. There are hustles you can do. You don't even have to get out of the house. Number 5, no guilt. There is a will, there is a way. We are not telling you that you can become rich. You can become, the most rich person that lives here in the United States. No, 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 no. We're saying you want to be in a situation where you're financially stable. Thank you so much for staying, you guys. Please put a 1 in the comments if you have had one of the similar experiences. Feel free to expanding on that information. I would like to reach out then and find out how did you get out of it. I really, really, really am interested on knowing exactly how did you get out of the hole? How did you get out of the situation that you needed to? Anyway, take care, you guys. It is getting dark for me. So these are those 5 steps. We're going to see you next time. And do look for the PDF that I'm going to put in the bottom. And I'm going to put links to most of these companies so that you can research. Again, I am not a subsidiary of these companies. I am not making money from them. I am not selling anything. The only thing I'm going to say, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a mom, single mom that went through a lot by myself and realized that I needed to school my people. There's a lot of things that I didn't know that I wish I knew, and I'm just trying to share it with you guys. So thanks for joining the fam. Let's get this. Take care. Bye bye.